Hello, I'm Dr. Brandt Gibson, and I want to talk to you today about happiness, about how you can find happiness. And it all starts with hunger. So, before I go any deeper here, let's take a step back and remind you where we're at. So, let me jump over here to this here. And so, the idea is we're trying to teach you how to learn who you are, how to learn where you're going, and find out why you're here. The start for the last 7 days, we've talked about character and helping you understand who you are. And this second step is compass, finding out where you're going. And then the final step will be calling, finding out what you're here for. The whole purpose here is to help you become concordant, to help you combine your strengths, talents, and weaknesses to become the best version of yourself. So the first things first, we need to get into that aspect of compass by helping you find the steps that it's going to take to help you find true happiness. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of the 7 steps that we actually are using. Now, this is a process that I was taught through a special course from Transformation Academy by Joel and Natalie Rivera. This is their process. This is their steps. I'm going to modify it a little bit to fit our purposes here. But in fairness, they are the owners thereof. They're the creators, and I want to give them full credit. And then we're going to use it the way that we use it here. But the idea is what we want to do is take you from hedonistic happiness to eudaimonic happiness. Let me show you that. Let me share my screen here and we'll kind of show you what I'm talking about here. The idea is hedonistic happiness. There's 7 steps that get you to eudaimonic happiness, and I'm going to explain that here in just a second. Actually, we shared. Let's share the other screen. There's another one that'll actually show you the whole process instead of just the. So there it is. So we have the hedonistic happiness and eudaimonic happiness, and the acronym that gets you here is happy mood. So HAPPY, mood. And we're going to take you through these steps over the next 7 days to get you to eudaimonic happiness. So what's the difference between hedonistic happiness and eudaimonic happiness? To oversimplify the process, we're going to say hedonistic happiness is basically looking outward, saying, okay, I'm worried all about me. What can I get? So pleasure and so forth. You're focused basically on yourself, and eudaimonic happiness is you're focused more on a purpose. You're focused on other people, on other situations, and it's a lot bigger picture. It's a lot better level of happiness. And so what I want to do is take you through the process over the next 7 days of teaching you how to go from hedonistic to eudaimonic happiness. And there's some great value in doing that. So first things first, we need to take you to the very first step. And that first step is a principle that will teach you very simply here. So most of you have seen babies. Most of you have seen young children, and you notice that initially, right when they're born, there is really only one purpose. I guess it's really 3, but they're focused on hunger, being fed. They're focused on sleep, and they're focused on soiling their diapers and getting them changed. So they focus really on the hunger. So what I want to do is start right there in that process of helping you find happiness. And this is the key piece of hedonistic happiness, where you're really focused just on pleasure. You're really focused on just getting what you need for you. And that the infant example is the perfect example. You're looking for food. You're looking for the things that you can actually do to take care of yourself and to get what you need. Let me give you an example. If every morning when you wake up, your main focus is yourself, say, okay, how can I make sure that I'm happy today? How can I make sure that I'm enjoying things today. That the problem with that is your happiness is based on outside influences, on outside individuals, not internally. Uh, what's the environment, what's happening around you can change you from your form of happiness. What other people think of you can change your form of happiness. What other people are doing to you can change your form of happiness. So really, the first thing is, okay, what do I need to be happy? And once you get those needs fulfilled, you say, okay, I'm going to get my basic hunger fulfilled, where I've got enough food and I've got a place to be and I've got a place to take care of myself. And that's the very, very first step of happiness. And it moves you on to what we'll be talking about tomorrow, which is your next step of happiness, which will be getting over the limiting beliefs that are keeping your happiness, basing your happiness on the limitations you're placing on yourself. So first things first, what do you feel like you need for happiness? And what we're going to do is we're going to try to help you meet those basic needs initially. And as you meet the basic needs, then you can move on to actually looking for the bigger picture. So happiness, as I tell my children, is not dependent on other individuals. It's dependent on you. And we're going to move you from externally based happiness to internally based happiness. This is Dr. Brandt Gibson, and this is your first step in getting the compass, finding out your direction by learning to go from external happiness to internal happiness, from hedonistic happiness to eudaimonic happiness. And I promise you, if you go through these 7 steps with me, that you will find that you can be significantly more happy by finding a way to put the right pieces in place and get the happiness from inside out as opposed from outside in. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.